Hey everyone, welcome back to another Market Open live stream. Take a look at this, folks. 10-year Treasury plummets again. I mean, it's just, it's remarkable. It is basically reverting to potentially even being lower than the trend we previously had. Let's just draw a line here. Let's go ahead and draw an arrow. So here's the trend that we had coming out of last summer. Trend somewhere along this line here. But look at this. We're bucking that trend. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Now, part of this has always been referred to as, well, the Federal Reserve is printing all this extra money. So obviously, the bond yields are going to be lower because if the Fed prints more money and we buy more bonds, then that drives prices up and that drives yields down. So the argument often is like, oh, well, just wait for the taper. Just wait for the taper. But the irony is that throughout this entire run up of yields, and now this collapse of yields, the Fed has been buying lots of bonds. So it's kind of like, even if the Fed didn't, you would still probably have some level of this sort of tumor, I've been calling it, and then this sort of reversion here. And the fact that we're now reverting lower than where we were on the trend line previously, it's interesting to me. It's actually quite fascinating. I mean, we are now back at yields where they were in the middle of February when the market started its freak out. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I don't know why somebody's saying the Fed does not print. I mean, if you want to have an argument about digital printing versus actual printing, like, I think you're just like you're nitpicking. But anyway, this is incredible. Really, really incredible. So that historically, though, is generally good for technology companies or higher valuation companies, though you have this potential market where valuations are still pretty out there. So obviously our big runner today is Solar Edge after that triple beat we saw yesterday. Pretty incredible. In fact, let's go over here. Yeah, look at the even just the pre-market here. This was post-market yesterday. Nice run, relaxation. But boy, as soon as pre-market opened up, we started getting a little movement to the upside again. Pretty incredible. All right, let's take a peek here at Solar Edge on the day. Day chart sitting at, let's see, where are we right now? We're like, all right, hold on. So we're at 292. 292 is going to put us right around here. Look at that. We've got a resistance point right here. About two. Yeah, we've been at 292 resistance before. So we're going to be bouncing up to around here. Yeah, I mean, hey, not bad. Good for Solar Edge. Also good for Enphase, which I like that. With especially since Enphase, they had a little bit of a minor sell-off after their earnings. So we'll take any kind of return here, getting 2.26% back. I think Enphase really is destined to run back to its 200 level, but we'll see. We've got Under Armour coming up again here, 5.94%. This is 2 days of rally in a row now. It's something maybe to pay attention to, just because, golly, I mean, it's been on a slight downtrend as part of the recovery stocks, and now getting a little bit of a boost again. You got Tesla up again today, up 1.29%. It did not close as high as it was throughout the day yesterday. Oh, that is it. Here it is. Throughout the day yesterday, it was up about 5.5%, well into the 720s. It did end up, it ran up to about 726. It did close at about 709, and right now we're at 718 again. So we had a nice movement here again. Movement again, though, on Arcimoto. Arcimoto up again to $17. Very nice. We have, let's see here, Micro Carlots. Carlots up 2.23%. Let's see, Carlots has just been evaporating. Really, since, look at this. This is 2021 for Carlots. Yikes. I mean, that is literally thirding. That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. Corsair? Oh, what about it? A lot of people. Corsair. Are they? Did they report pre-market or early post-market? So either way, we can look. Corsair. There we go. Spell it. Oh my gosh, it's down 7%. Okay, so why is it down so much pre-market? Did they report? We'll find out right now. Give me a moment. Corsair Gaming. All right, let's see here. Cheers to coffee. I've got my level 99 coffee mug today. It's been a while since I've had this one. Oh, we did have earnings. Yes, coffee. All right, Corsair Gaming. This came out, this has been out for a couple hours. Okay, Corsair net gaming revenue comes in at 472.9 versus the estimate of 467. So that's a tiny beat on net revenue. We have EBITDA coming in at 51.6 million versus an estimate of 57.1. Ouch. The EPS missed by 1 penny, 28 EPS versus the 20. Yes, Mr. Super Gibbs. Oh, the one day I don't bring my iPad. It's okay. I'll pull it up for you. But yes, it's UC Davis, Bank of England, and the Fed. The report is called Long-Term Consequences of the Pandemic. It's a really incredible piece. So Singh, Taylor, and Jorda, June 2020, long run, just type into Google, long run economic consequences of pandemics. Okay, anyway, sorry. Thank you for the $10. Okay, so what happened? What happened to Corsair? Why did they miss? Yeah, EPS misses, 2021 outlook unchanged, slightly below consensus. So, yeah, you have a bottom line miss, a forecast missed, and, I wonder what happened. I'm going to pull up. Anyway, Marriott earnings beat. Nice, good. All right, I'm gonna pull up the 8K really quick on Corsair, and that I can share. So when that's up, we'll look at it together. All right, let's just see what happened here. So barely beat on rev, missed on bottom line, missed on forecast. Oh, press release. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see if we can get an overview here of what happened. Okay, net rev. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Gross profit. Okay. This is all the sales pitch. Here we go. Operating income was 34.7 million, a decrease of 4.7% year over year. Why did their operating income go down when their revenue was actually higher? Their revenue went up 24%, but their operating income was down. So what happened? Is this like a chip shortage problem? Gross profit was up. Margin was flat. Wait, how does that work? Gross profit. Oh, right, because you have more revenue. Got it. Okay, yeah. Gaming components, an increase. Operating. Why? Why was the operating income down? Adjusted operating income was up. What happened? I don't know. There's going to be something in this report. R&D, marketing, and infrastructure. Okay, here we go. The midpoint for which is a strong improvement, blah, blah, blah. We've launched 75 new products, utilized cash flow. I don't get it. Recent developments. No, that's okay. Well, I'm gonna want to keep an eye on this, maybe look at their earnings call. But something, here, okay, let's look at their statements and then move on. Their statements could give us an answer. So 3 months ended here. So why did their cost, here you go, their cost of revenue, well, see, 472 divided by 380, their revenue went up 24.2%. Yeah, their cost of revenues went up 24%. No, that's similar. Sales and admin, 80 divided by 56. That went up 42%. Okay, so that went up a little higher. Sales, general, and admin. But that's not that much higher, is it? And I don't see anything particularly strange elsewhere. I must just... I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't invest in them, but I do want to figure out what happened here. So I'll leave it to the earnings call on this one. I mean, a slightly higher SG&A, really? I don't know. Yeah. That's that. Actually, I see your comment here. That's all I see is the SG&A increase. Yeah. No, you're right. That's literally all I see. So it was the cost of freight and chip shortage inflation. That makes sense. I could see that. If that's the case, I could see that. I mean, it is in the gaming. Yeah, work from home happened. Work from home went away is what happened. Jeez, oh, well, I appreciate you. Thank you. Shipping costs went up. Shortage of chips and graphics. Oh, okay. Okay. So I wonder where they're making their shipping costs show up. Hold on. SEC.gov. Let's just do this really quick. Oh, here. Corsair Investor Relations. It's easier to just look at it by getting the actual PDF. Because when you have the actual PDF, you can do this wonderful thing called find, I think. There we go. Shipping. See, the 8K doesn't say anything about shipping. Must have been the earnings call then. Chip. Yeah, the 8K tells us nothing. That's a bummer. I'll wait for the call then. Do they already have their call? Maybe. All right. We'll go back to the sticks in 1 sec. Sorry. Let's see here. Let's just see if there was any other headline that came through on it. Yeah, they didn't really give us. Oh, the earnings call started about 50 minutes ago. Oh, okay. Okay. Here we go. This will help. Yeah, because I mean, a 7% decline. Like, I kind of want to know about it. And this is going to be ideal, by the way, for us looking at inflation figures and to see what the heck is going on. Maybe they put it in their earnings presentation. Otherwise, I'll have to listen to their earnings call. Here's their presentation. Chips, ship, flagship, shipped. No, this is literally just the sales pitch again. Costs. Oh, here we go. Okay. Gross margin was impacted by increased freight costs. There we go. Yep. Okay. Gaming component system segment margin was a decrease of 70 basis points due to increased logistics costs as tight container availability drove up ocean freight. Wow, that's a big punishment that this company is getting for freight. Okay, here. International trade disputes resulting in the company's gear becoming relatively more expensive to its overseas customers, resulting in an increase of companies' manufacturing costs. Margins were negatively impacted by higher than expected logistics costs, including ocean and air freight, as well as pandemic-related shutdowns impacting operations. Okay, so freight. Wow, what a burn. 7%. All right. Stop the bullshit. All right. So what else we have? So Sunrun's coming up a little bit along with the other, solar plays here. Let's see what's losing today. Well, we know Corsair. We just watched that. Hive, Take-Two Interactive. Take-Two, really? Well, that's right. They did have that slight miss yesterday. 1 of 3 missed is what I remember. I don't remember exactly what it was, but 1 of 3 missed. Roblox, Neo. Well, Roblox probably rotating down because of Tencent. Pretty sure Tencent's getting wrecked this morning. Pretty sure they're down like 10% too. Okay, 6.11. That's not that well. Wait, is this right? Tencent? Is this what Tencent shows up on Webull? Maybe it is. Tencent holding. I have no idea. Anyway, I do know it's down today though. I was reading about that a little bit earlier. Come on, China. All right, let's take a look at BTC here. So BTC, wow, that pretty much is, let's go to 30-minute here. Yeah, look at that. It ran down to about 37.7, near bounce off of our line here. That's pretty close. Pretty close. And yeah, now it's bouncing back up. 38.4. Telling you, it's a big trader stock. Bitcoin. Solar Edge, though, kicking butt going into the morning. Jeez, wonderful. All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and check out what we got going on. Somebody says sell Etsy before earnings because of what happened to Etsy or what happened to Amazon and Pins. Let's see what date Etsy earnings are. Let's see earnings. Tomorrow. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe you look at your options very closely, right? All right. So Blizzard president departs as game maker faces labor lawsuit. Oh man, yeah. This was from I read about this last week, I think. Women saying it's like a bunch of frat boys. I might be misquoting, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty close to what I read, which is like, oh man. 10-cent ways, kids ban, okay. Americans are willing to take pay cuts to never go in the office again. Okay, that's interesting. Invitae earnings tonight. Oh, that should be good. DHL to add electric planes to fleet. Yeah, right. When? 2030? Ordered 12 all-electric planes to complement its fleet of battery-powered delivery vans and bikes. The Eviation aircraft built freighters known as Alice models. Wow, 440 knots and 2,600 pounds. That's not bad. Isn't that like 500 miles? I guess it depends on your altitude. That's the complicated thing. I don't really understand that so well. Electrification is a crucial role of sustainability. Takes 30 minutes to charge the plane? That's insane. I mean, to like what percentage? Like 80? Yeah, or half. Let's see. So when are they planning on using them? That is interesting, though. No, they didn't say. Losers. I can't imagine these are like prime time ready. Look at Baba. Baba 24.25. That's what y'all are guessing. Baba stock. Baba's down at 195. It's just 10 cents getting beat up. Look at that. I mean, that's beautiful. I want one. Jeez, that's nice. That looks dope. It just looks really cool. Thanks, Clutch FPS Gaming. Wow, I love this. Yes, please. Yeah, electric planes do propellers, by the way, not jets. But in theory, a jet is very similar to a propeller. There's also kind of a propeller inside the jet. It's just, I guess, the way it's fueled. I want this. Mommy, can I have one, please? This looks very cool. I do want to know what the price of this thing is. I'm going to guess, okay? I'm going to guess 5 mil. Oh, 4 mil. I was close. It's actually better than I expected. Oh, that's too funny. That was close. Oh, this is cool. First flight planned in 2021. Oh, it hasn't even flown yet. Oh, that'll makes me feel great. And really planned for 2023. Okay. All right. So you still got some work to do. Ay. All right. So we've got jobs coming out this week as well. Jobs report. That'll be fun. I'm going to go to subscriber chat here, and then we're going to go to member chat in just a minute. Oh, okay. Market opens. So let's go ahead and listen in and see how things open up.
Margins are just terrible. It's like a business lesson about how a great brand did not have good numbers. I can't sugarcoat this. I would have argued that maybe they should have pre-announced. Who's that bad?
We got the CEO tonight, so that's great.
Come on, you gotta like that.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Opening bell here in the CNBC Real-Time Exchange at the big board. It's Hippo, a home insurance startup celebrating its listing via SPAC at the NASDAQ. It's Health Whale Acquisition Corp, a SPAC celebrating its IPO.
Stocks are back.
I did want to check in with you, Jim, on crude, 69.75. I know you tweeted yesterday that 10-year at 115 was beginning to freak some people out.
Totally. Permian is continuing to pump. When they get at these levels, the oil companies are very happy to pump as much as they can. Let's not forget that this is a lot of them have really cut costs.
All right, we're going to pull off here. Crude down under 70 now. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We got AMC dropping a little bit on the open. Not uncommon for the first minute. Although we have been on a downtrend on AMC. Square dropping a little bit, about 1.45%. Intelia down 134. Still kicking butt, that one, by the way. There's Baba sitting at 194. We have, okay, let's go ahead and get this pre-market thing out of here. And as the market opens here, oh my gosh, Solar Edge is taking off 19% right now. Absolutely incredible. I mean, wow, this is a run. I think I wouldn't be surprised if this Solar Edge move ends up expanding out to like Enphase and Sunrun even more. I mean, the fact that it's up 18 to 19% right now, that should pull some of these others up. Tesla sitting at 1.4, not bad. And we'll take a green 1.4 over all the red that it's had. But it's been green pretty consistently here for multiple days in a row. So it's nice. Maybe we get back to one of those 21-day runs. Pinterest up about 0.6. Looking at the downside here. Take two down about 8%. Blue Apron about 8%. Tencent, there's 6%. DD down again 4%. I wonder how K-Web's doing. K-Web. All right, so yeah, K-Web's kind of it did have its nice little bounce back over here, but it's kind of been trading sideways a little bit too since that big fall. See, I got interested in watching this after the big fall, but I never bought anything on it and started going up again. But now it's going down again. It's just a mess. The Chinese stuff has just been getting so beat up. Come on, China. I got to get with it. Redfin down 2.34. I wonder what's happening here in Redfin. And now Arcimoto's down about 2.95%. Neo's also down. Lots of the Asian stocks down right now. Palantir. When's Palantir going to actually move again? Square. Not a surprise to see Square rotate down today. I closed some of my call options yesterday on it. And we had it was just such a run of a day, and as soon as we started peaking, it was time to close some options. Okay, Solar Edge rotating, pulling back again slightly, 17.87% versus the 19% crazy run there we had for a moment. Thoughts on Hood? Yeah, I bought it at 41.20. I'm sorry, not 41. 34.21. 34.21. And let's see what it's doing right now. Hood. Slightly red. I wouldn't mind, honestly, like if this thing went to like 29. Oh, I just love to load the boat. But and I expected to have some more. Where the heck is it? I expected to have some more volatility and pain. I don't think the market's gonna let Robinhood go easy, which is fine. And Hood. Where the heck is the darn thing? Hood. Okay. Oh. Well, maybe that's why. Okay. Is it just not? That's being funny right now. Okay. Robinhood markets. Yeah, down 0.66% right now. It's sitting at 37.42. Yeah. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that. So let's see here. Thanks for the shout out on the speech. Appreciate that. Any thoughts on Astra Space? Not really. Don't know anything about that. Let's what's the news on Nvidia? Let's take a look. Was Nvidia having it's actually, oh my gosh. Seriously? Like here's your post split. Actually, it was slightly pre-split. Yeah, slightly pre-split sell-off as the traders got out. And now it's just going right back to up. It's so incredible. Snowflake is running back to 300 as well. My goodness. The market's just kicking butt. Oh, I love it. Yeah, there goes SolarEdge, 18.58. Really good. See, look at that. Now Enphase is moving up more. Yeah, it just moved about 2 more %. Pinterest coming back a tiny little bit. Tesla looks like it's stuck at about 1.25. All right, let's go ahead and go back to. I really like this, by the way. Like, this looks so cool. I like how they just like miscellaneously put an iPhone or something right here to make it seem like it's like fancier and has like built-in computers or something, and it's just an iPhone right here. Yeah, it looks great though. I like that. Okay, sorry. Where were we? Let's go back to Bloomberg. Yeah, Kathy, is it if I could see this? Yeah, with that run on Square, heck yeah. And then the buy on Amazon, she's right. I mean, I don't think that's a horrible idea. Place spare cash into Amazon. It's what she considers her cash park anyway. Yeah, and look at where we sit right now. What is this? 32 something? Yeah. Let me see. Where are we on the minute? Yeah. Okay, 33.29. Yeah, it's a good rotation back down under the support line. All right, back to Bloomberg top. Okay, so what else? What else? Wall Street is underestimating the economic recovery. Oh, do tell more. Are you going to tell us about the euphoric rally coming between September and November, or by then? Deep unemployment hole, blah, blah, blah. Last week's personal income report showed worker incomes are at all-time high. What this divergence suggests is that a return to full employment will mean a higher level of output and worker incomes than is now appreciated, opening the path for the economy to grow at a faster rate over the next several years than it did in the 2010s. Interesting. If people spend money, yeah, if people spend money, sure. Real GDP has increased by 0.8%. Employment is down by 4.1%, and wages and salaries received by workers are up 6.7%. Employment and wages aren't apples to apples. CPI, right? Okay. All right. But it still shows that real output and real wages are at new highs while employment remains to be below its high. Few reasons for this. Lots of jobs lost that have not been recovered yet. Lower paying industries such as leisure hospitalities. Second reason, over the past few months, employers had to raise wages to staff up during the reopening. Yes, and those wages will probably stay up. I agree. A third factor is productivity growth has been strong, which is typical. Look at this. This is literally what we just talked about yesterday. A third factor is that productivity growth has been strong, which is a typical dynamic coming out of recessions because companies become more efficient during downturns. Bingo. Absolutely right. Totally agree. The upshot is that right now we have an economy that's completed its recovery on an output basis, but is still on a deep hole on an employment basis, which is good news to the extent we believe that we can have a full employment recovery. Right now, Wall Street firms like Goldman Sachs are forecasting real GDP growth will slow to a run rate of 1.5 to 2%, which they believe is a trend-like rate of growth reflecting the longer-term fundamentals of the economy. Okay, great. It seems like an extremely conservative forecast based on more GDP employment. Okay, blah, 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 blah. All right, what are some bottom lines? So basically, this person is saying that GDP growth could be substantially more than 1.5 to 2%. Yeah, look at this. To assess the real potential, or to assess potential output growth without theoretical constraints on the economy, imagine it takes another 18 months or to the end of 2022 to get employment back. Okay. And then imagine productivity growth averages 2% for the next 18 months from automation and companies gaining efficiencies. Sure. That would mean around, and then another 3% to output from work arrangements. Interesting. That would mean around 11% in real GDP growth by the end of 2022, or an annualized rate of 7% sustained at least through the end of next year. Wow. That's interesting how he added that up. 2%, 2%, 3%. I mean, I'm not getting his number. That's 7%. I don't know how he's adding this stuff up, but we've got an opinion piece here of somebody basically saying let me make sure it's a he. Connor thinks that our GDP is going to explode over the next 18 months. Imagine the GDP explodes and we don't have the inflation people think is going to come. Like inflation starts inflecting down. That would be juicy. In fact, I just saw a report about used car prices starting to inflect downwards again, like used car values. Very interesting. Wow. So, all right, what we got? What else do we have here? We got AMC rotating down more. We have end phase. There we go. Nice. Yes. 5.92%. I like it. Like it a lot. Solar Edge still sitting at 16%. Home Depot's up a percent. Etsy 1.24. Peloton. I'm just impressed with Peloton keeping it up here. That's great. Okay. Corsair Gaming's down almost a full 8% at the moment. Microvision 4.2. Dave & Buster's, Rocket, Marin Software, Roblox, Affirm, Wind, Fisker, Lordstown. These guys all kind of rotating on the downside. Where's Arcimoto? Where did Arcimoto go? Arcimoto 1678. Okay, that's not bad. It's pretty much at zero now. It was down a little bit more. Lemonade sitting at 87. Yeah, that's still pretty decent. And JetBlue looks like the recovery's still pained a little bit. Let's look at Cheesecake. Yeah, look at recoveries rotate down today. Cheesecake's down. How's Delta? Like not Delta variant, but the airline. I think there's going to be a big opportunity to pick up some bargains on some of these recovery stocks once Delta goes nuts, especially if people keep getting sick with COVID despite being vaccinated. Because, remember how getting vaccinated was supposed to create herd immunity? Well, now it's kind of like the vaccinated people can just walk around getting all the unvaccinated people sick. That cray-cray. That's just mean. That's just wrong. Not sure whose income increased. Educators got a 4% increase in Texas, but insurance and inflation over 6%, so we make less. Yeah, I mean, that sucks for educators. There are a lot of jobs, specifically the recovery jobs, where their wage increases are substantially more than what the rate of inflation has been. But also remember, inflation is very skewed to higher prices in used cars and airline tickets and travel. So you do have these skewed metrics of inflation to where, yeah, your income could go up as an educator, but if you're not getting used cars and you're not flying, maybe that inflation doesn't actually really affect you that clearly. So it's a little bit of a mess. 3D printing, additive technology. Yeah, I like 3D printing. Yeah, I think it's potentially still a little bit ahead of its time, though. The thing with, for example, Nano Dimension, right? I think they've got such great potential, but right now they're really used for experiments and one-offs. And that's not good. You want their product used like regular day in, day out style machinery. All right, what else is going on? Let's go to something else. I don't know. Let's go to the Journal. See what the Journal's got. All right, Tyson Food to require all COVID-19 to require vaccines for all workers. Okay, it's just like every day that more requiring vaccines. CDC mask mandate clouded by flawed data. Oh, the CDC got something wrong? What? No. Let's see here. People should wear masks again indoors with substantial level of COVID-19 transmission. Okay. Nearly 3/4 of infected people were fully vaccinated, and samples showed that the amount of virus infected people carried, or viral load, was similar between vaccinated and unvaccinated patients, meaning some of the viral load data has been disputed. Okay. Inside the CDC, officials disagree with the agency's conclusion that vaccinated people who become infected may spread the virus as easily as the unvaccinated, and argue more testing needs to be done. Oh my gosh. This is exhausting. That's all I can say. It's exhausting. And I don't know that I really want to go through and read all of this, but it's just frustrating. CDC, okay. Oh, I love lines like this. The CDC stopped tracking mild breakthrough cases because it was too labor intensive and because data from states wasn't reliable. Well, then why don't you make it less labor intensive by fixing the process and get your data collection processes down better? I don't know. Oh, maybe we don't have enough money. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go to something else. Let's go to FT. All right. Credit Suisse. Tuna bonds trial. Okay, that's old news. America's recovery. Is Joe Biden's presidency vulnerable to inflation? Ooh. Joe Biden? Well, let's see. Let's see what the FT thinks. All right. Small business owners. For small business owners, rising prices have become a common gripe. It's really affecting my bottom line. The cost of raw goods has gone up. The cost of transportation has gone up, and entertainment industry is suffering. You know, the cost of all our produce went up. Strawberries, blackberries, almond milk, chicken went up threefold. For now, it's not a problem because customers are paying more. But if that stops, it'll be a big problem. Yes, this right here is a very, very key phrase. If that stops, customers' willingness to continue to pay higher prices will determine whether or not we end up with inflation or not. And that's what's so weird about this time. It's like, are customers going to be willing to pay that price? The inflationary spike running through the country has injected a lot of uncertainty into the local economy. Democratic state. Not sure how long it'll last. Yeah, rental car, gasoline, airline fares, public transport. All right, well, we knew that. Women's dresses. Yeah, we saw that in the last report too. That's true. After Joe Biden approved $1,400 in direct payments. Okay, let's see. U.S. economic growth in the first half of the year averaged 6.4% on an annualized basis, potentially setting the stage for the strongest performance since 1984. Yep. Okay. So let's see. Many U.S. economists and policymakers believe that over the coming months, as supply chain bottlenecks such as semiconductor shortages ease up and the reopening effect on prices of some goods and services subsides, price pressures will fade away. While some prices have soared this year, they are in many instances simply recovering the ground they lost. This makes sense, not moving higher. Even so, current prices in already emerging are the current rise in prices already emerging as a source of political vulnerability for Democrats in the White House. True. It is becoming something that's almost like Democrat versus Republican right now, which is kind of crazy. But when you look at congressmen and women, like AOC, all day long, there's no inflation. There's no inflation. Republicans, almost all day long, there's inflation. It's Joe Biden's fault. Stop printing money. And it's really interesting how now inflation is getting politicized. Like 2 months ago, it wasn't. It just started getting politicized. It's kind of interesting. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Republicans sense inflation provides an opening, a chance to label the Biden administration as a reckless spender and the recovery as a short-term sugar high. Oh my gosh. Oh, politics, something else. But like we say, the biggest issue, in my opinion, and what we saw at the beginning of this article, is whether people will continue to pay these higher prices. That's the biggest issue. We go, where was it? Right here. For now, it's not a problem because customers are paying more, but if that stops, it'll be a bigger problem. That's going to be the big tell. That's going to be everything. IMO. All right. What else? Let's see. What if Bitcoin went to zero? Oh, that's a hilarious title. I love the graphic they did too. Look, we're all like zombie people watching the Bitcoin movie, the Bitcoin saga. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anything we want to pick up right now? Not really. What if Bitcoin went to zero is their top article? That's interesting. We'll check that out. All right. Will NVIDIA's huge bet on AI chips pay off? That is interesting to take a look at right now because NVIDIA has just been kicking so much butt. And let's see what The Economist says. We're always 30 days away from going out of business is the mantra of the co-founder of NVIDIA. That may be a little hyperbolic coming from the boss of a company whose market value has increased from 31 billion to 486 in 5 years and has eclipsed Intel, the once the world's mightiest chip maker, by selling high-performance chips for gaming and AI, but only a little. Wow. Fast-moving market, only the paranoid survive. NVIDIA's just been killing it. Let me log into this. I do want to see that, and then we'll go back to the sticks. Is Hood running? Are you serious? That's funny. Hold on. Let me get logged in. All right. And let me see Hood really quick. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's almost at $40. Oh, my gosh. Enphase is at like 8.59%. Let's go. Oh, my gosh. It's about to be at 200. Yee! I like it. That's good. Oh, good. Get rid of them call options and make some money. Go to shares. Okay, I just logged in. What happened? I literally just did this. Oh, that's the Bitcoin one. I went to the wrong one. Okay. Hold on a sec. Where the heck did I put it? Oh, NVIDIA. All right, give me 1 second. We can take a peek at this NVIDIA thing and then hop back to the sticks. NVIDIA, I'm telling you, I'm just shocked that they're maintaining the price after the split. All right. Are we in? Now we're in. All right. So, constant vigilance, okay, blah, blah, blah. Although Intel's revenues are 4 times as large as the older firm, and the older firm fabricates chips as well as designing them, investors value NVIDIA's design-only business more highly. Yeah, so just so you know, NVIDIA does not actually manufacture the chips. They just kind of like come up with the chips, and then they outsource manufacture, contract manufacture the chips. Intel does both. Its hardware and accompanying software are used in all data centers that make up cloud computing at Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Alibaba. Well, that's interesting. I mean, that's such a big, like, ingrained position. NVIDIA systems have been adopted by every big IT firm, as well as by countless scientific research teams in fields from drug discovery to climate modeling. It has created a broad, deep moat that protects its competitive advantage. I mean, this is just a sales pitch on NVIDIA, but it's really impressive. I have to say, it's very good. And I trust The Economist. Wants to make it... Okay, let's see. In September, NVIDIA confirmed rumors that it was buying ARM, a Britain-based firm that designs zippy and energy-efficient chips for much of the world's smartphones. The idea is to use ARM's design prowess to engineer CPUs for data centers and AI uses that would complement NVIDIA's existing strength. Jeez, this is incredible. Let's see. Given the global reach of ARM and NVIDIA, regulators in America, Britain, China, and the EU must all approve the deal. If both firms' market power increase their respective dominance. NVIDIA's position in one of the world's... Wow. Okay, so in other words, this ARM merger, given the global reach, would be massive, basically, for both companies. Got it. Game time. Okay, this is a little bit of background. Around half of their annual revenues come from gaming chips. And they have also proved excellent at solving mathematical puzzles that underpin Ethereum. This has at times injected crypto-like volatility to GPU sales, which contributed to a nearly 50% fall in NVIDIA's share price in late 2018. Yeah, as crypto goes down. Another slug of sales comes from selling chips that accelerate features other than graphics or AI to computer makers and car companies. Yeah, that's another big business, by the way, for NVIDIA that I feel like is just getting started, but they're, let's look it up. NVIDIA automotive driving stuff. Yeah. Here. NVIDIA Drive. Autonomous vehicle development platforms. NVIDIA Drive platforms include in-vehicle computer and complete reference architecture, as well as end-to-end simulation and deep neural network training. I mean, this is basically what Tesla, this is competition to Tesla is basically what this is, which is, you know, important to know. Product brief. So right now, I think this is just sim, right? Drive level 2, Orin chip, system on a chips. No, they could drive with these now, right? Doesn't Neo use this? Doesn't Neo use something about hold on, let's see. Let's look exactly that up. Neo NVIDIA chip. Neo partners with, yep, look at that. Neo partners with NVIDIA to develop the Orin chip to begin production in 2022. This can be huge. Neo, a pioneer Chinese premier smart electric vehicle, and NVIDIA announced today that the automaker has selected NVIDIA's Orin system on a chip for its next-gen EVs. Wow. That's great. I mean, kicking Mobileye in the butt. But that's great. I mean, gosh, NVIDIA. It's just so impressive. Yeah. Cameras, radar. Are they using LiDAR too? Let's see. NVIDIA Orin LiDAR. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. Yep. Look at that. See, this is gonna be something that makes NVIDIA very different from Tesla. Look at this. NVIDIA Drive. Embedded supercomputing platforms process data from camera, radar, and LiDAR sensors to perceive the surrounding environment. Localize the car, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The chip takes in everything. All right. Hey, you know, they're going to be giving Tesla a run for their money, but it's very impressive. AI business is growing fast. Look at that. Here, look at just their chart here. There's automotive. You can see automotive so far is nothing. Look at, I mean, imagine when automotive actually becomes something. This here's gaming, data centers right here, professional visualization. That's kind of unstable. OEM and other. Wow. This is so cool. A lot of the system, a lot of systems end up in servers, powerful computers and data centers. Sales to data centers have increased from 25% of total revenues to 36%, contributing as much as GPUs. Geez, they're in everything. So think about it. Ethereum mining, gaming, data centers, AI modeling, and now cars. Like, NVIDIA is brilliant. My goodness. No wonder it has such a higher multiple than AMD. And that's not a diss on AMD. I'm just saying, like, that's incredible. AMD is sitting at 108 still. Nice. All right. So let's go back over here. And, so thank you for the $3.99 to remind me about shift earnings. Look at this run here. Solar Edge and Enphase. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Oh my gosh, it broke 200 for a second. It's up 9%. Oh, I like it. Let's see here. This is a really good push. Let me see, where am I? There we go. Get it, log in here. Tesla. Did Tesla go down again? Oh no, Tesla. Yeah, it did fall a little bit. Tesla's only up a third now. Come on, Tesla. Can't you keep it up? Anyway, Enphase options. Oh my god. Jeez. The Enphase options are just nuts right now. Yeah. I'll show you this. Yeah, my Pinterest ones are losing though. Oh well. I can't. I don't have my iPad. Darn it. And phase options are doing great. Whatever. Wow. Okay. So anyway, where were we? We have, let's see, Cardano 136. Very nice. Robinhood kind of gave up a little bit of that run it was having. Yeah, look at that. Oh, whoa, it bounced perfectly off $40. Zoom out on the daily on end phase and you like it better. Hold on, what's the breaking news?
You're live with breaking news. We're expecting our June read on factory orders and our June final read on durable goods. Factory orders trickling out up 1.5%. That is better than the 1% expected. Sequentially, at least up to this point, it follows an unrevised up 1.7. In terms of ex-transportation or durable goods orders, of course, they're a very volatile series. We don't see the rest of the data points hitting the wires yet, but we do want to point out some things going on here. We do see that bond yields are dropping as well as treasury yields, but bond yields are making fresh 6-month lows. All right, durable goods order headline note, it's up 0.9, up 0.9%. That's a bit better than the up 7 to 0.8 that were expected. Still don't see ex-transportation or capital goods orders, non-defense ex-aircraft. That's, of course, a proxy for business spending. Carl, I'm going to kick it back to you. When we see the rest of the data trickle out, I'll make sure I get in your ear.
All right, Rick, thank you very much. Rick Santelli. Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome to another hour of Squawk on the Street. I'm Carl Quintanilla with Sarah Eisen and David Faber, live at Post 9 of the New York Stock Exchange. Morgan has the morning off. Third day of declines here. Dow's down about 9.
That's why Sarah's here this early. Okay, so going back to sticks here. These are some incredible moves here. Solar just doing great right now. Here goes Canadian Solar as well. Man, I've been wanting to buy this one, but I've just been staring at it. It's within our range over here. Yeah, I've kind of been doing a lot of that. But here, Wayfair finally coming up a little bit. Etsy, 191, very nice. This market is just, it's crushing it right now. It's great. Voyager Digital getting wrecked a little bit. I mean, 8.4%. Take-Two down 8.9. Matterport is plummeting. Why? Wonder why. Yeah, Matterport dropping. Roblox down 4.4%. Almost like the safest stocks doing the best right now. AMC down 3.6. Yeah, a little painful here. Over in this red area. Arcimoto's down a little bit. EXP sitting at 34. C3 AI sitting at, where are we? 49. I've been stuck there. Square gave up a tiny little bit. Makes sense after that crazy run yesterday. And let's see here. There's actually a good amount of red. And a lot of the spark lines kind of showing the market just sort of falling after a few minutes of the open. Huh. All right. Markets are down 3 days in a row, and Kevin says they're crushing it. Well, it depends on which stocks you're looking at, right? Remember, I was just talking about energy stocks and solar and those. Enphase Daily from 110 paying today. That's why I bought the dip. Enphase Daily from 110. Okay. Let's see. All right. Anyway, it's like a bizarro market. Is what it is. I think that's the best way to put it. I like calling it a bizarre market. But yeah, Matterport just getting kind of wrecked here. I do wonder if something came out with Matterport. We saw Corsair. They got wrecked by the supply chains. NVIDIA, though, the report on NVIDIA today was just insane. Really incredible. Tesla sitting at about 0.6. Piton's probably moving on Delta, honestly. That's it. Let's go CCL. Yeah, CCL dropping more. DAL dropping. How's Dave & Buster's? Play. Yeah. Play fell. I can't see exactly how much it fell today. But Simon Property Group, I think, is down as well. Let's figure out what's going on with Matterport, if there's anything on Matterport. Oh, Simon Property Group is up a little bit. They beat yesterday pretty nicely. SoFi's down tiny a little bit again. Okay, let's go see Matterport. Okay. Matterport. Close. I guess now it's the new symbol too. MTTR. Coin? Let's see what coin is. Yeah, no, nothing. It does hold its gains. That is true. That's why I've been such a big fan of selling calls when things are up. And getting, well, yeah, I mean, either covered calls or getting rid of call options that you have. Both versions of selling calls, right? Okay. Matterport, come on, where are you? Where are you? Well, I misplaced Matterport. I apologize. I found it. Okay, here we go. Matterport. So Lux Venture Partners reports stake in Matterport, and that's it. There's like no news. Directionally bullish call volume. Market options lead 1750 calls. Whew. All right. Shipping container rates still rising. I believe that. Yeah, been a mess. Okay, let's go back and see what else. Yeah, Enphase dipping a little bit right now, unfortunately. Looks like a little bit of that excitement just evaporated. Sitting at about 6.9 right now. It's a great company. I can't believe it hit 200 there for a moment. Very good. All right, so Cardano question. Okay, let's go to Bloomberg top news. Let's see what we got here. Bloomberg opinion. We talked about DHL. That was very interesting. This electric plane. How to build a water smart city. Okay, well, let's go to Bloomberg regular. Somebody says NASDAQ is tanking. Usually if somebody says something's tanking, it's down like 0.25% or like 0.4. Okay, really? I don't get it. Oh well, maybe it's not meant to be understood. All right. NYC to require restaurant customers to show proof of vaccination. Wow. Just came from NYC too. Delta spread seen pushing herd immunity threshold to above 80%. Ah. See, this is what we were talking about earlier, how it used to be 70%. Yeah. So looks like SolarEdge and Enphase are giving up a little bit of their intraday move here, their intraday excitement, kind of like Hood did. Oh no, Hood's coming back up. Yeah, look at that. Hood running again. This is interesting balancing act the market's doing right now. It's so weird. Canadian Solar. Yeah, they're rotating back down a little bit. Yeah, like whoever said it said. Oh my gosh, Tesla just went negative. Yeah, nothing holds on to gains. That's a weird market. Wow. NASDAQ. Yeah. I mean, I guess when you look at it like this, I see what you're saying. It makes it look like it's plummeting relative to the minute chart here. Oh, even on the 5-minute, you know, it's a small move percentage-wise, but yeah, it's still a move to the downside. Very interesting. You can see the entire market's doing this with the spark lines to the downside. Take-Two getting worse, Corsair getting worse, Arcimoto selling off. Lemonade just plummeted 4.5% out of nowhere. What the heck? This market. So weird. It's like all the excitement just goes away. All right. So what else do we have here? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Just sort of a dry bleed here. Okay. Let's go take a peek here at CNBC for a moment.
That being said, they all acknowledge that many of their workers want a hybrid work model. And in terms of, and I think they will provide a hybrid work benefit to many of their employees. But don't forget, when you manage hybrid work, if you're going to try to save space, you have to schedule people's time out of the office. And you also you cannot give everyone a fixed workstation. And I think many of these employees that want a hybrid work model don't want either of those characteristics in their workplace.
Yeah.
So I think the hybrid model could. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me jump in, David Faber. I mean, I have those same conversations because I think it's a fascinating change right now. And at the end of many of them, to your point, the CEOs often say, I'm going to do what the employees want because I can't really fight them and I don't want to lose people. So we're going to go hybrid. And maybe if I can save some money on my real estate footprint, all the better. So I just wonder, like, when you think about new development, when you think about the capacity that's already out there in New York.
It looks like SolarEdge and Enphase are kind of hitting a bottom right now on some of the minute charts.
Areas.
Yeah. Well, David, that's a little bit of an extreme statement. As you and I think are both agreeing, employers and business leaders understand the importance of in-person work, and they are over time going to.
Okay, I'm going to pull off over here. Yeah, take a look at this. I'm just watching. SolarEdge just hit a bottom here, so it might bounce back. And Enphase is stabilizing right here. It's literally been stuck here for the last 2 minutes. I've just kind of been watching it bounce around. Yeah, see, look at how flat it's moving right now. So maybe but still, the market just gave us a little poopy doopy here. Yeah, Take Two plummeted. There, Corsair trying to recover now. It's at 26.77. You've got Virgin Galactic back to back to $30. Cheesecake's gonna be under $40 at this rate soon. Look at this crush. Oh, ugh. Delta's ruining everything. Oh my gosh. I don't own a single recovery stock. I'm glad I don't right now. We've seen this trend happening for months. I mean, we've been talking about this for months. I mean, here's us back in June drawing lines about the trend accelerating. But yeah, this is not good in terms of what's it called? The Delta variant. I think that's it makes you wonder, yeah, seriously. The Street, Catherine just tweeted, is the Delta variant changing your approach to the market? Yeah, it certainly makes you wonder if you want to start having some cash ready to kind of try to buy the bottom of the recovery stocks, if they all go back into the toilet. That's something that's interesting to me. All right, so let's see here. Okay, hold on one sec. Okay, here we go. Okay, then. Interesting. All right, anyway. So let's see what else we have here. Enphase, yeah, Enphase, SolarEdge are somehow magnetically stuck at these particular levels here. They're not really moving right now. Hood, though, look at this. This is almost going to be over. I almost wonder. Just think about what Robinhood did so well during the lockdown, right? And so it makes you wonder if. If people think, oh my gosh, what if we have lockdowns again? And then is it time to buy the Robinhoods? or potentially Robinhood just got overly punished. That's also possible. SolarEdge, yeah, SolarEdge was a fake out. But Enphase started still kind of sitting here flat. It's holding on to those numbers. Volatility up again, 4% today. Canadian Solar up a chunk. 7 Property Group, yeah, Corsair. This is weird. And then I know Tesla went negative. EA Games is down 4.12% along with Take-Two down there. Tesla's down about a third, also trying to recover right now. Enphase is just playing funny games. Let's go. I'm going to look for a moment and see Vlad playing with the billions. Yeah. I want to take a look at, let's look at the top news. Oh, by the way, if I haven't mentioned yet, new coupon code, Stop the Bullshit, is available in the link down below. The amazing programs. Okay, so looking at stocks fall. Here we go. U.S. equities fell on Tuesday, while stocks in Europe tried to cling to a record as mostly positive earnings reports failed to offset fresh concerns about a Chinese tech clampdown, a decline in crude, and a rise in COVID. Treasury yields fell to 1.15. Gee whiz. Okay. Yeah, choppy times for equities, blah, blah, blah. Let's see if we can, okay, what's this clip here?
Start to derail this super powerful earnings recovery.
So far, it doesn't seem to be derailing. And when we hear the guidance for the rest of the year, it is a concern. But right now, margins aren't the biggest concern. Historically, in Europe, when inflation is between 1% and 2%, margins hold up very well. So depending on how long we get inflation a little bit higher than that 2% for Europe, which I don't think will be very long, then you can start to have that conversation. But ultimately, it's probably is going to be a bit more about the demand side holding up, especially with the Delta variant and into the end of the year.
All right, I'm going to pause. I don't know why that's laggy, but demand side holding up. It's interesting. Makes sense. All right, watching Enphase pretty nicely here, but also Hood. Hood just broke $40. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. That is incredible. Okay, I'm gonna take advantage. Let's see. Do we want to know? Because I could sell coverage on Robin. I probably won't do that. No, not at this point. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see. What do we want to do here? Okay. So let's go ahead and listen to CNBC.
How do you know how to pronounce everything? There were a lot of hard
you
work.
go over
Did
some
you
of
know
the things.
Katie did?
I did. You go over some of them ahead of time, and sometimes But I found that actually I didn't like it when they wrote them out and in that form in terms of how to pronounce it. I was easier when it just knew how to pronounce it.
I learned a lot. I thought that knot category in particular was very
Tough,
difficult.
right? Yeah.
Yes. That's the knot. That's the knot.
Some of them are geography and knots. Yeah, I don't do particularly.
Hey,
well
if it were easy, then everybody would be on, right?
You're right.
That's the
Yeah.
point.
You're right.
I was curious how many of the answers you knew yourself.
I did know quite a few. Certainly didn't know that last one though. John
That was
Jacob
hard.
Astor. Wow, that was hard.
Here, Jeopardy.
All right. Speaking of rich guys, by the way, after the break, don't miss my exclusive with Ken Moelis. He's going to talk about his latest SPAC. Oh, and a lot of other things. We'll be right back.
All right. Come on. Gotta give me a chance here. All right, let's try Fox. It's Fox. Huh? Let's see what we got here.
We see the Delta variant being very transmissible. And so that's why what masks do is masks stop transmission. So universal masking is going to be very helpful to keep kids safe, to keep the unvaccinated safe, and to keep schools open.
All right. So I just posted a trade alert in Stocks and Psychology of Money. I did a, let's see, this is a, oh my gosh, I had 200. It's about $840,000 of. Did I do that math right? Yeah, that's right. About $840,000 trade. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So back to where the sticks are. Right. So we've got, let's see, Solar Edge, Enphase, Sunrun, Canadian Solar, SunPower, Simon Property Group, Voyager Digital. This is all kind of just doing its stuff. Okay. Pinterest over here, really waiting for Pinterest to move up again. Etsy's giving up a little bit right now. I'd like to see Etsy move a little bit more. That'd be cool. Tesla, how's Tesla doing? Really want Tesla to move. That one's just been such a slow bee. Okay, it's going back to flat, which that's nice. So, Lockheed, Twitter. Okay. Take-Two, Emrin, Ashford, Roblox. Yeah, look at that. I'm really. Let's take a closer look at this and just kind of see what price levels we're at right now when it comes to recovery stocks. And then I have to run. But take a look at this. Dave & Buster's is right now selling for about Jan levels. AMC, well, AMC is a little not relevant to the recovery plays. This is a momentum mover. So let's go to let's go to Love. Is that LUV? Yeah. This is Southwest is sitting at beginning of February levels. Southwest, Spirit is Save. Save is sitting at January levels. It's really interesting to see these recovery stocks basically give up their 2021 gains. And I'm not like cheering that. Don't get me wrong. Like I like these companies and I want them to do well. So this whole Delta thing is just sucky. But I'm also going to be keeping an eye open for opportunities. I don't think we're anywhere near those sorts of opportunities yet. But even Diz at 172. And this is just such a soft market right now. Ugh. Yeah. Yes, we're going to go to the course member live stream right now. So I'm going to hop over right now to the course member live stream. Thank you very much for being here, folks. Oh, appreciate it. It's time to go. All right, folks. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.